Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the One Tractor, One Man, One Vision realistic series for Farming Simulator 25 on the FrechDachs Map. We are right here back on episode number 7. As we talked about in the last episode, we have now pushed the time to ×1, and that way we can keep going. We are officially, as of this moment, we are 3 hours exactly into harvesting. So now with it 1x, it'll be a little bit easier. And let's get going without further ado. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys doing great. Hope you guys doing awesome. And I hope you guys doing fantastic. Because you guys know, as usual, what do I always say? I am as usual. But thank you to all the wonderful, amazing comments. I do want to point out a comment that one of our amazing, fantastic family members have pointed out. This little thing right here, this little forklift. Let me get you into the thing here. This WIFO 340 3000 lift is absolutely realistic. So shout out to PA Plowboy. He is one state down from where I live, which is amazing. He said, but primarily they run them on the back of the tractors. But I would assume you could probably run them on the front. But anyways, what they do is these are lifts. You can use them for pallets. You can use them, and then they can swap out and put bale spikes on them, which is absolutely fantastic. So I wanted to make sure that he got his recognition for anybody who puts any kind of information that is pertaining to what I'm working on in the series and things like that. I will absolutely shout you out, and I will make sure that all of our other family members know this thing is super realistic. So this thing right here, and we're going to use it. We're going to use it for bales. Now I'm going to try it on the front and see if it works a little bit better. But if I have to, if it's meant to be on the back, and I'm sure that PA Plowboy will let us know. I'm sure that he'll let me know if it's supposed to be mounted on the back, and we'll go from there. So let's get this warmed up. Let's get this raised off the ground a little bit, right? That should lift it up a little bit. Wow, that's really on the ground. Hang on a second. Let me get this out here so I can see what's going on here. Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. Just so it's off the ground. I was on the baler. I was like, what's going on here? But we're going to spend the whole episode this morning. I am happy Saturday to you guys all. Last episode of the weird weekend, and then we will be back next week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think I've made the decision, as we talked about last episode. I think I'm going to go next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Sunday. And then Tuesday of next week, let's start our new series. And so we have 2 series going. I'm thinking strongly of going back to backcountry, but I'm also thinking strongly of doing something else. I want to have eventually 3 different series going with 3 different maps, with 3 different play styles, all as realistically as we can within the constraints of the game. Now, if we do decide to do logging, I don't load very well, but like we talked about last time, I do have the big bag lifter in here, so I will be loading logs that way. But no more auto load bales, no more auto load logs, no more nothing. Them days are over. And it will be also 1x speed, 1 day months. We talked, well, or 4 day months, whatever we're playing here. All the series is from here on out. Series, yeah, will be played the same way. So now that our tractor's warmed up, let's head back. Let's get back in here. Head back in, drop our controller, and head back to the farm, because we're going to spend the rest of the hour harvesting, literally. Because we want to get some sort of a time frame on how long it takes us to harvest each one of our fields. And now that we're 1x speed, we're still going to play the 4 day months. And if we have to, if we still run out of time, we are going to drop it back down to 0.5 or play longer. I don't care if we've got to play into the night to make sure that something is done, because that's super realistic. So welcome in, grab yourself a sandwich, grab yourself a drink, and let's get our video going. So head back to the farm. We'll get back into harvesting. Yeah, I wanted to also add, Russell said that he can't go video without being mentioned, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of guys that I can't go video without mentioning, which is pretty neat. Let's get this in gear 11 and go. But he said thank you to me for showing him the height of the tractor, because, excuse me while I burp it in your ear. I just took a big drink of juice. Your trailer height. You want the trailer height no higher than the top of your tractor. The reason why is that way you can see into it when you're filling it. You can see the pipe. You can see all the things in it. If you go any higher, you're running blind. You can't see. So I just wanted to point that out too. So, you know, but also make sure you're checking him out. He's a content creator. Make sure you're checking out PA Plowboy. He's also a content creator. Checking out MT Pockets and Farmer Z and Farmer, who else is there? MT Pockets, Farmer Z, Grizzly Bear Sims, Big A, MT Pockets, all my guys that I watch. Make sure you guys are checking them out and going over and just watching them. Give them a thumbs up, give them a like, and just check them all out. They're all great individuals, fantastic, and all really, really, really close to the family, to all of us. So, yeah, I always try to do that. I missed a couple episodes where I didn't do that, but if you guys have comments, information that I failed to put out during the video, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. And like I said, if it pertains to what I'm working on, then I will point it out and I will give you a shout out and I will give you what you need. And that'll give you guys a chance to, you know, have your little 2 cents. It's pretty cool. So I like it. You know, PA Plowboy's been a friend of the channel for a long time. He's been a friend in real life. I know his real name and everything. And he's a really super dude, super guy, super guy, real life farmer. He's an apple farmer. He's got cows. I'm not sure if he's got pigs. I do know he has goats because he has one video on his channel where the goat is kind of destroying a fence, which is kind of cool. Yeah. And he's got one on there where I know he's just, if you want a real life farmer, like videos and stuff from in cab of the truck or tractor, go check him out. PA Plowboy, put it in. And he's gonna he told me in his comment that he's going to try to make a video of using this thing right here, of the lift right there. That's what they call them. Apparently the 3000 series lift is what they're called. So he's going to get a video of that, and I gave him permission to post it on my page so that you guys can actually see. And also, if you guys have any equipment that I am using in real life that you would like shown off, if you own it, you may post a video on my page and go from there. I am slowly going to bring back Discord so you guys can post videos there. Then I can share them on my own page if I want to, but it's going to be really strict rules. It's going to be really strict. Like, I had Discord before and I got rid of it because it became a giant drama, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I want to get real strict rules. We just want people to come in and have a lot of fun, just like we have in our videos. And we are home. Here we go. Now, unlike in real life, what we're going to do is we are going to finish one field first. Now, in real life, what you would do is you would harvest everything that you could possibly harvest, and then you would go do what you needed to do. And we can do that, which we still could, but I really want to focus on getting one of the... Let me get this back down to 8. I want to focus on that one field, but we could harvest both fields like you would do. And then you would bale up both fields, and then you would cultivate both fields, and then you would, fertilize both fields. But I don't want to plant them the same month, so that's why I was going to do it the other way, because I want them alternated. Because what I want to do is get one field done, and then the next month have another field, and so on and so forth. But I've been. What's really cool about this series is I have my series on. For FS22, I have a couple going for FS25 that are completely off camera, that I don't even show the light of day, and that way I can play around. And what those series gives me a chance to do, guys, is test some mods that I want to use in the game. You know what I mean? That's how I got onto this. Oh, there's a big bumpy there. This baler is bouncing us to the ceiling here. Isn't it? Is it me, or does it seem like these ruts in here are getting worse? Which is fantastic. That is super realistic. As you notice, the more I drive over them, the more we start bouncing around. Isn't that cool? I mean, I don't care what anybody says. And we've had people that have asked me, what my favorite style map is. I'm a big one on realism. I'm a big one on if it feels real. Like, I want scenery. I want, like, bumps in the road. I want stuff that, I encounter every day. That's what I want. Let's put this lift. Oh, so now guess what? Here, we got really good news. I figured it out. So now we've got a way to do bales with this thing. We don't need the front loader anymore. So we can sell that outright, and we can start buying another piece of equipment. But now that we're back to the farm, now it's taken us 10 minutes to get back to the farm. There, I can shut my beacons off there. I saw them flashing on the thingies. All right, let's drop this right here. Lower this down. And then I want to pick up my controller real quick and get this, whoops, down on the ground. I want to see how well this, whoops. Hang on a second. Oh, it did. It released it. Okay, good. And then up with this. We're going to be putting away our equipment here soon. And remember, too, that we are going to be coming out of cab every once in a while like this just to see what we got going on. We're going to put this in the shed as soon as we get a chance. I just want to... Now we'll get a chance to see how this works out of cab. Then we'll go back into in cab. Oh, this thing is amazing. I'll bet you could lift 2 bales with it, too. Gosh, I am in love. I am in love with that. All right, so let's get back to our wagon. As we drive by here, let's check on our water for our cows. And we have to make sure we hit this. So we are only going to go 8 miles an hour through our yard. I can also put my controller back down. Just want to check on the water as we're heading back, because that's my biggest concern, because we're not putting a lot of water in. We can also do this too. We can go third person. Okay, water is still 7,500. So every day we're going to have to get 2 or 3 loads just to keep an eye on it, how much we got. Let's head over here to see how much manure we got. $5.99. We are flying with manure now. That's great. We may not need too much of the... I mean, we're going to need it. Now, I also got the mod in here that allows the cows to produce realistic manure, realistic amounts of manure. And I also got the mod in here where you use... Hi, Fury. Hi. I also got the mod in here for more realistic manure usage. So when you're using it in a thing, it uses the same amount as what you would do for fertilizer. So if you're using solid fertilizer, it's going to use the same amount. So we all know how far that goes. It's still 92 out, so... I got to ask you guys a favor as we're going. Let me know in the comments if you want more of a little bit more out of cab, or do you want 150% in cab, because it don't matter to me. It really doesn't. And then we're going to go back to harvesting, because if you guys want to see like more of the map, like this sort of stuff, that's fine too. I don't have a problem with that. We're still going to go realistic speeds and stuff. Yeah, just let me know in the comments, because I'll go within reason. I'm still going to play the way I want to play, but I want to go. I want if a few more of you guys want to see a little bit more out of cab, let me know. Because I did find out that. There it is. I figured it out. Look, That opens. Now watch this. I'll bet you dimes to donuts that one of these fits the door. What is that noise? Clicking something. Okay, this does the door. Oh, it's the door to be unlocked. See? Watch the little lock. Isn't that neat? Okay. And then one of them would be the door. I would assume. Well, that's the back door. Let's see. I'm opening something else because this one unlocks that one. You would assume the door opens. Anyways, since it's really hot outside. Because I wonder, enter vehicle, there's got to be... Pretty cool. This tractor sounds amazing. Anyways, I'm going to leave this right here. It says we're going to be a while. Let's shut this back down. I really like the fact... I do like one thing about FS25. This coming out of third person where you can actually see yourself. It's kind of neat, actually. Every once in a while, because we're all so used to doing this, you know. But it is kind of nice. So we didn't actually start when I wanted, but we're going to put a solid... We're going to put about a solid 40 minutes. Well... It's actually technically an hour. Okay. Get this lowered. Turn this on, and away we go. That would seem excruciating, wouldn't it? We're going to go back in here. Put the controller down because I like to twitching. But I use the controller to run around the farm. But, all right, we're starting we're into hour number 4 now. Harvesting. We've completed 3 full hours on the harvest already, and we're now starting our 4th hour on harvesting, which is cool. So I had done the 0.5 speed, and I think I did it a little early because I think that I should have done it kept to just 1x speed. It's a little easier to keep track when you're doing it real time instead of half the time. So we're going to go back. Now, it'll give us about, if we play 12-hour game days, it'll give us about 12 episodes per game month, which is kind of cool. But it'll also, like I said, but if we need the time, because remember, this is a 4x map. So as we get more and more fields, then we'll be able to get more, like we'll be able to stay, we might have to slow the time down. That's why I want to stay focused on what I needed to say there. It's going to rain, but it's not going to rain until 3 o'clock. We got about 2 hours because once it starts to rain, we're done. We can't do anything until the rain stops, and then probably the next day. So that's what we want to do because we have to let it dry out at that point. Because in real life, when you're harvesting, you go by moisture levels. In fact, I can't wait till they bring over the mod of the, what was it? Where it was like the moisture level and stuff of the ground. I think they might have it. I think they might have it now, and it tells you like, it doesn't allow you to harvest if there's a certain moisture level. We try to go less than, like with corn, we try to go less than 15% moisture. But generally speaking, it's right around 20 to 21%, which is a lot of moisture in a crop. You know, it's a lot of moisture. If you think about 21% of the crop is moisture, that's a lot. But we try to harvest it at about 15, 16 tops when we're doing corn. And we're doing soybeans. They generally are drier crop anyways, but pretty much the same. But it's pretty cool. I'm really liking the fact that we found this map, and the maker of it didn't put a lot of fog on it. Then again, we also didn't start till 8 o'clock, so we'll find out first thing tomorrow morning, well, September 1st, when we get in here, that what the fog looks like. But that's okay, because I can't foresee it being on the farm too much. We're getting a really decent yield. Really decent. And I just ran over that straw swath. Well, it would have made a mess. So one pass down and one pass this side. Whew, be full. Now, like we talked about in episode 1, that we will be able to eventually upgrade once we get all our equipment and everything that we need. I think also I'm going to sell the front loader, which I have to take that back down to the shop. And probably we'll go pretty close here at the end. We'll wrap it up. I mean, ultimately, even though we're not directly harvesting for that the whole hour, we're still it's another hour of us harvesting. You know what I mean? So this is starting of hour 4. When we get done here, with this episode, we'll be on the 4th hour of this harvest. Now, it'll go a little bit faster once we're not running equipment back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's taking, like we said, it took us, 12 minutes, 13 minutes to get back to the farm, which is great. So, 92 degrees out still. That's crazy hot for August. I'd be in my pool. One of my best investments ever. And it wasn't even my investment. It was my wife's investment. Where are we at? 90%. We're almost up. I'd say 5 years ago on Father's Day, my wife surprised me with a pool that she purchased online, and they had it delivered. I came back to the house, and all of my stuff was out of the garage and outside. So my truck was outside. All of my, a lot of my tools and stuff were sitting outside. And the first thing I said to my wife, I said, why is all of this stuff outside? Well, she had bought the stuff we have an in-ground pool. She bought all the stuff for it. And the guy who delivered it brought it and put it all in my garage. So here I was on Father's Day with the backhoe out and the bucket loader out and digging a hole for our pool until 2:30 in the morning on Father's Day. I think it was 5 years ago now. And then we got it all done, and we got it all set up, and every year I would not change it for the world. It is the best thing my wife ever got me, and I use it last year. And like I said, many of you know, I live in upstate New York, so we get really cold really fast. But last year I was, I'm sorry, I look like Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. I was swimming until October. I swam twice in October, so it was pretty cool. But it was also 65 degrees out. And we have solar heaters on it, and it's just one of the best things I ever did. And I've spent more money on that thing, and not just for upgrades and stuff, but for everything, because it's just, I gotta take my cover off, schwink. But I love it, and I love it, and I love it, and I love it. I think we're making decent time. I mean, 4 hours to harvest is not too bad so far. There we go. Now this should fill it, or at least be full enough. I think it's like 15 or I think it's like 16 grand is what it puts in here. That's kind of cool that this does this. Neat. Neat. I'll figure out the door one. I guarantee I'll figure out the door one. It used to, back on the version for FS22, the door would open and close on its own. You know what I noticed? I was trying to figure out where Russell said the rabbit was on this, on the dash. I know it's got to be there. It'd be kind of cool if they did put it there. Oh, we're done. All right, so let's head to the silo and dump this in. Just to give you guys a different little perspective. Hear the sound of the tractor and trailer? Isn't that cool? That's really cool. That's a nice screenshot right there, too. Wow, that's great. That's what sounds like a tractor. So as you can see, now what I may do also is I may switch and put in manual gears and use my actual gear shifter. In fact, I'm going to do that before next episode because this tractor is definitely it's got manual gears on it. So I definitely will do that. And that way we can, like you see how I've used the kind of basically the cruise control to get here. So we'll put in the manual gears, and that way we'll be able to have like a high and low. I'll go through and fix it, and that way we can actually go through it with gears. And I'll use my This should give us well, we're getting quite a bit in there. 33,599. That way you guys can kind of see what's going on every once in a while. Yeah, I'll make sure I get that done. I'm very impressed with that lift, though. Thank you, PA Plowboy, for that. That's great. Amazing. I got to get our equipment set up and our equipment parked where we need to get it. Right now, we're just getting crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I had a disaster today. I got a pallet of fertilizer delivered, and I was taking the pallet fork and lifting up the pallet, and I'm going along the edge of the barn, and I caught the edge of the pallet on the edge of the barn, and it literally dumped 90% of the fertilizer onto the ground. Didn't break any of the bags or anything like that, but it there. So now we're going to be... I usually leave this running. Yeah, I'll leave it running. But then I had to pick up those 100-pound bags, all of them. See, it's power shift. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to get the manual attach in. I wonder if they did put the rabbit on here someplace. Kind of neat. And that way we can shift gears like regular tractors, and we'll put it on manual and. Load number 2. 30,000 liters of wheat already off just this field. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So far, it's good yield. It'll be even better yield next year after we plow. Actually, no, we're not going to plow. We're going to be a no-till farm. Yeah, we'll cultivate instead. We'll cultivate. So I think what we'll do is after we bale, then we will mulch it up. Then I'll spread manure, I'll spread lime, spread manure again, and then I'll cultivate it in, and then we'll seed it. That way it gets all put in the ground, what I think. Or we can figure out if we want to direct drill, and then we can fertilize. We'll spread manure, then we'll seed, then we'll spread manure again, and then we can direct drill. So at that point in time, we wouldn't even need to mulch. We could just direct drill right in. But we're going to go no-till farm. Basically, we don't plow on this farm. "32 minutes already." If we had a bigger header, this little combine would be filled very quickly. Let's get up above that straw run this time. But we're getting one pass and then go down another half, like 1.5 passes, and it's filled. So going well. And remember, this field's about 15 to 18 acres, so it's about right. It's about right. You can it usually can harvest about between 1 and 2 acres an hour. So if this is 18, it should take us pretty close to, if we can do 2 acres, an hour, it's about 9 hours. That's what I'm guessing. But it might be a little quicker than that, might not be. And that's what now you guys are starting to realize when you're watching this series, why it takes farmers so long, because we're constantly doing something. I had to fix the transmission in the 4640. It went last Wednesday. I was literally pulling a windrower from inside the barn out. I wanted to pressure wash it, get it ready to go for the summer, and I literally popped it in third gear to pull out of the barn with it, and made this weird squealing, scrunching, crunching sound, and we found out. And so when you've got a John Deere 4640 that is quite old, I mean, any tractors that are made in the 80s at this point are 40 years old. Very hard, very expensive. It cost me $10,000 for the new transmission, which is a lot of money. But then that's not just for the transmission. That's for all the things that I needed with it. And of course, then you break this and break that. And I also changed all the belts on it. We got a nice oil change on it. So all in all, it was about, realistically, it was about $700 for the transmission. But then everything that I spent on it was about $10,000 ultimately. A little bit of upgrade. We upgraded the front. We took the rock box off of it. We're putting front linkage on it. We are also putting weights on the tires, which is pretty cool. We upgraded it used to have a 6-cylinder, 7.6 liter transmission in it. We upgraded it to a quad, so that's the other reason it was a little bit expensive. But yeah, I think it was like $778, I think, was the total on the transmission. Was $778 for the transmission alone. And then all of the gaskets, all the things that I needed, everything I needed. Plus, I bought a few extra parts. So that's where the 10 grand came in. It was the front linkage was about 2,400 that we're putting on it. Not that we'll ever use it, but we do have a side sip mower. We have a 3.5 meter header. I think it's like 12 feet. So, and then we wanted to run our front mower on the front of it. So we have a Krone front mower. So we wanted to run that on the front of it. And the 4640 should have enough horsepower, especially with the quad transmission now. So we used to have, like I said, used to have a 7.6, 16 gears forward and 6 gears reverse. Then we changed that to, it's going to have 12 gears forward and only 3 reverse. So it's going to be basically low, high, and basically drive mode, I guess they call it. But it's exciting. We had to, we had to do that. That's what we spent the last week doing. So we've been busy. Plus, I never did get the windows pressure washed. Got busy doing that. And what's ironic, too, is even though it's a John Deere, we got all the parts from the New Holland dealership. So we laughed. We were laughing on hysterically coming home with it. And then I had to put a water pump in my truck. That was fun. That was a major project and a half. Tearing that out. Got a Ford F-150. So 1976 was my dad's truck. And the water pump went on it, which means we had to change the water pump. We had to change the serpentine belt. We had to change, we went ahead and changed the thermostat as well, because generally speaking, when you change a water pump, you want to change the thermostat as well, just so they're the same age. So we did all that stuff, and that was another, well, the parts weren't too bad for that. Was about a little over 200 for all the parts, because I do all the work myself, so it wasn't that bad for parts-wise, all in all. If I would have taken it to a garage, they would have killed me for it. So I just do my work myself and figure it out. And it's just the farm truck, and it just bebops around it. Our F-150 has got more rust in it, as my dad would say. Like, you could see the ground, but she still starts, and that's all that matters. But it's our farm truck, and we throw bales in it. We throw chains in it. We throw all kinds of tools in it. It's literally it very rarely leaves the yard. It's used, we tow our header trailer with it. We tow our windrower back and forth to the field with it. We tow our pretty much all of our equipment, like when we want to take the baler out, because it's easier to hook it to a truck and drive it to the field and then let the tractor just drive to the field than it is to try to hoss it with a baler and all that stuff on it. So that's what we found. It's easier for us, and it takes less wear and tear on the tractor itself, because to us, like when transmissions and stuff go, as you guys just found out, when the transmissions and stuff go on trucks or tractors, they're quite expensive. I can only imagine what our 8R would be. Our 8R would probably be 25 grand for a new. Just heard a noise. Weird. We're almost full again. Crazy talk. So harvesting is kind of boring, so we'll fill this one up once again, and we will head down to the shop and buy another piece of equipment. Like we talked about, we'll try to do 2 loads a day and just kind of chip away at it. This will be the 4th hour that we've been harvesting our thing, so we're going to keep chipping, but we have to get the harvest done today. And then I think, yeah, because we're not going to be able to get, we'll harvest in September. We'll harvest that next field behind us. So, which is back that way. I'll show you when we turn around. We'll harvest that in September. We'll get this field up. We'll get it baled up. Well, we'll get this field harvested, and then we'll see where we're at as far as time goes, because we can always start the other harvest and then go in. We'll get to our 12 or 13 hour mark. We'll call it a day. We'll check the weather. We'll see where we're at. Because remember, once we hit September, then we're going to be into the 4-day month, so we'll have some time to do what we need to do. This is going to be very full here very quickly over here. But we've done 2 loads again, which is another, 12,000 or so? Oh, I don't want to drive on too much on the swath, so I'll cut the middle and just go over it. Not that it hurts anything. When you drive on the straw swath, they just pop right back up again. But we try not to drive too much on them because it will eventually squish them right down. Here we go. This down, this turn, this going in the third gear. Go away. Now, generally speaking, most combine harvesters are automatic. This one, yeah, you see this orange thing right here? That's your throttle. That makes you go forward and backwards. All the buttons on the side there is what raises and lowers it. But all that little get over a little bit farther here. All that orange little lever right there, that you can push a button and raise the header. Everything gets controlled by that. Push it forward, go forward. It's like a giant controller. It's really simple to drive. I was telling Why Not Gaming that I think he lives about 2 hours from me in New York. I was telling him that when we get ready to start harvesting, if he wants to come up, I'll teach him how to drive I'll have to go pick him up because he doesn't drive. But 2 hour drive, and he can come up and I get a chance to meet a fellow content creator in real life, which is kind of cool. We'll get lots of videos. We'll get lots of things taken. And I want to teach him how to drive a combine so he can learn, and then he can share it with his channel and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. There we go. Now away we go to the other side of the field. Yeah, let's do this. La 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 la. And then we'll shut everything down. We'll head down and we'll get our. Let's head down and get our mowers because we got the baler and yeah, we'll get this some. There we go. They go all around. Yeah, we'll go down. We'll get our mowers, and then we'll bring those back. And then once we get our mowers done, if we've got time, we'll get my steering wheel correct here. Drop my controller. I forget that when I run, I use it. When I drive, I use my steering wheel. Neat. I highly recommend putting in the black smoke mod too, so that when you're using your tractor, it's not just clear smoke. It'll be black. And then I want to get in between that windrow and run over it like this. Get in between it. See how this mod is so well done that each individual tractor tire goes up and down. Let me show you when I go over this. Isn't that neat? So, pretty cool. I like it. Even though, like, I was having problems with the ground deformation, and that may be something that I may have to deal with, and I found out that from some of our other fellow content creators, it's your tires. So when we get ready to cultivate, we'll have to change tires on this. We'll put bigger tires on it, and that way it won't sink too much in the ground. Perfect. Isn't that crazy how much you can get? And then, like I said, we'll head down, we'll get our mowers, and then we'll get our windrow if we have time. We'll get all that stuff. So, like I said, we're only allowed to use one tractor, but we can upgrade it as far as we want. So eventually we may end up with, a big 500 horsepower tractor eventually on this, but we only have one. Because in real life, if we were running this farm by ourselves, we would only be able to drive one tractor at a time. So there's no sense in having 45 tractors on this map, because it's one man, one vision, one tractor, and the only vision we have is the only vision that we have is to play as realistic as we can. I forgot to say that at the beginning, so that's why I threw that in there. All right, get this parked back over there. We'll put the cover on it in case it does start raining, and we'll unhook it. But before we do that, I want to get out of here and shut this combine down. It can sit right there. It won't hurt anything. pipe in. Shut it down. There we go. That New Holland TX62 is an amazing little machine for 1990s machine. So it's like 30 years old. I mean, I can't believe it. I was having a discussion with a buddy of mine that now we're going to get this to the edge of the field, yeah, and then we'll drop the trailer off. But we'll go ahead and put the cover on now so we can don't forget about it. That the year 2000 is 25 years ago now. It's insane. 25 years. That's insane to me to think that my farm has been in my family's name since 1890. So, you know, it's well over 130 years ago. It's crazy. See how the tires move? I just love it. I just do that because I wanted you guys to see how well this mod was done. Let me go over a big hump here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's each individual tire is moving. Like it's like got suspension on it. It's crazy. I mean, it's fantastic. But that's what I'm talking about a map. I'm talking about the tractors and things like that. Did you guys also see on the mod hub how many older tractors and stuff dropped? Super exciting. All right, so jump out. I'll do this now. Simulate this. This is only 11 acres, this field. It's not very big. It's actually only 8 acres. So we should be able to be finished up here soon. Yeah. We're a little bit more. But remember, too, we're also not harvesting straight either. We're also going back and forth. We're only doing 2 loads. And the only reason I'm doing that is for you guys. So that you guys don't have to witness. You can still, it's not a big thing to it's not a big thing to have harvest like combining every single day. But I don't want to have the full hour of just nothing but it. You know what I mean? Because I want you guys to be able to experience some other things during the course of the episode. You know, that's why I've been doing what I do is I get 2 or 3 loads and 2 loads, and then we go and we do it. So realistically, we've let's see, we were at 40, 40, and 40, and 40. So we're at 160. So we're just shy of 3 hours in real life. And then this one was about, we started at 10, about 30 minutes. So, but we're going to go by the hour. And then we're going to get down here and go crazy fast once we get out of our yard. You know what I didn't notice? What our milk is at. 90. So and because we got the milk storage, so every morning we'll take the milk out and we'll put it in here. And this thing holds water and milk, and then we'll put it in here in the storage, and it'll be great. We got a fence in our yard. We've got so many things. We've got to buy a couple more sheds. Right now, my main focus is to get the equipment bought that we can before we hit that 1 million. And otherwise, we're going to have to sell a lot of these crops. So we got about 11 minutes more. So by the time we get down to the shop, buy our mowers, I think I'm going to go just the back side mower for now, so we can save a little bit of money because we have to stay under the 180 horsepower. So I think we'll do that. And then on the front, I think we'll put a tedder, I think, because we have to make hay bales. So we'll buy a tedder and our mower, and we'll bring the tedder back on the front and the mower on the back. We're going to see if we can... Yep, see, I'm going to hug the middle here so it's not so bumpy. But I just noticed that maybe it's me. See how the path is like wearing in? That's kind of cool. That's really cool. You don't see it here, but boy, you feel it inside. See how it's starting to make a path? Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that maybe us driving over this is making it worse. I mean, you wouldn't think they made it, but maybe they did. You never know. It's a big manure buy point. We're going to get all the local farmers to bring their manure there, and we purchase it from them. Whew. Yeah, so like I said in the first couple minutes of the intro, I think we'll get the rest of this week. Happy Saturday. We'll go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Sunday episodes on this, and then we will bring out for the following Tuesday, we'll bring out the new series, and then we'll alternate between the two of them. And then, like I said, and then we'll get, once we get like 10 episodes, because we're on 7 now. If I go literally Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this is going out Saturday, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday will be 4 more episodes. We'll be on episode 11. That'd be good enough for me. Now we're going to bring this up to full speed. Did I just see a car go by? Well, we never get cars up in this road. There we go. We also have to buy us either a pickup truck or something to run the... like right now, we could go down there and grab the stuff with the truck instead of with the tractor, which is what we would be doing, running back and forth. But gives us something to do. I'm loving it because this is why I'm doing it. You know, we talked about that in episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Be that when we do harvest or we do jobs, like for example, when I start mowing, I'm going to mow only just for so long, and then we're going to do something different. We'll come back to it. And that way, and it's only the only reason that we're doing that is for you guys. So you get a little bit of different sightseeing and a little bit of different things going on instead of just watching me combine or watching me mow or watching me do that. I started doing that this series because I got thinking about it. When I watch somebody playing Farm Sim, a fellow content creator, when they're doing something more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes at a time, I literally fast forward it. So when I have to play it like what I do, so if I'm fast forwarding it, then I know that you guys are too. Like you're skipping to where I'm done with it. So that's why I said if I go for 2 loads, however long that takes when we're harvesting, and then switch off and do something else, like run to the shop or man, my throat again. This dusty room. And that way you guys can just kind of watch it. And 2 loads only took us, I think, 30 minutes. Because we're on 50, and it took us like between 10 and 15 just to get back with the first thing there. So we're going to be going about 45 minutes, and it's taking us about 3 minutes to get here. And there was 2 screenshots that I used back to, like at 2 different episodes, but back like almost back to back, that I was in the same place going by a car. It was 2 different cars in the screenshot, but it was 2 different vehicles, but we were at the exact same spot. We literally were, and the vehicle was in the same spot on the screen, and everything is crazy. Like this one here, I'll watch it. It's going to do the same thing. Watch. Because with YouTube, the nice thing about YouTube is that when you're recording, you don't have to necessarily stop. That's why you guys don't ever usually see me stop. The screenshots that I'm getting for the game are something that they did. They just took it, or my recording software, Streamlabs, did it. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is it's been doing it since the beginning of time for me, and that's how I pick my screenshots. It's already picked for me. We also got to we got a fuel bowser, and then we got to fix this tractor. We're getting close. And this intersection's crazy. Coming up on this intersection, there's been about 4 times that I've almost hit a car because they don't stop. Oh, there's another car. We passed 2 cars already this episode. That was John, our neighbor. He's bringing back the grain cart. Then again, the reason they didn't stop... Oh, they do. I'll show you guys. So, map makers, you've got to get this fixed. And it's not just this map, it's all maps. See this stop sign? Your cars on your splines have to stop. It may be something that they can't fix. It may be something that be permanent. But that's a request. See, I think I have a yield. Yeah, I don't have a stop sign. I'm supposed to go through it. But if I've almost gotten hit. This car will not stop, and neither will any of these other ones. So, just saying, everybody. Gotta pay attention. If you agree, 180, 190. So I will spend tomorrow afternoon getting the manual gears put in this. I want to see if somebody did manual attach. I keep wanting to check on that, and then I'll go through and I'll make the gears. I'll make it for this tractor, and then when we upgrade to a different tractor, then I'll go off camera and I'll get the gears set up for it because each one's different. Each tractor's different. The textures on FS25 are I can't say weird because they're just different. This also, guys, just so you know, this is the shop off of No Man's Land for FS22. Just so many of you guys who've played that, this is the shop off FS22 No Man's Land. Because over here on No Man's Land, remember, there's that. Then he put another building right over there, and right here is the sell point. And then the border here that goes around is right about here. Anyways, about the same spot. So this is almost like a No Man's Land-esque start to a map. Because you can buy them from there. They're now on No Man's Land. I think the buy point is right here. Right here. Because I remember in FS19 or 22, I put my playlists up. I went against this wall and I put it up and I recorded like about a 15-20 second video of just the wall because I wanted to put up like this is my schedule and things like that. So, all right, let's get in here and I think we're gonna get the some ass. Let's get the mowers. Keep mowing. Keep mowing. Give me 5 seconds to figure out who that was. Mowers. We want to go. The Samaz, I think we're going to use. Then again, this only takes 110 horsepower, but it's 10 meters wide, which is pretty cool. No, it's 6.3 meters, but it's a little more modern than what I wanted to go. Oh, we were going to go this. Yeah, we were going to go that with our mower because it's the International Swather, but how much is the... is it combine harvesters? No. We're going to be wrapping this up anyways. Where is it under? What is it under? I just saw it the last episode. It's not... Oh, there it is. It's under miscellaneous. We might do this for next time. We're not going to buy it this time. We'll think about it, but I think I'm going to buy this for our mower. Yeah, let's do that. All right, guys, we're going to get you guys out of here, and we will come back when we come up. Shut the tractor down. When we come back, we will purchase our mower, and we'll. When is the rain supposed to start? 2 o'clock. Okay. Guess what? We come back. It's raining. We won't be able to harvest anymore. We'll have to figure it out. So that's a good thing we're ending right here so that we can buy some equipment and run it back and forth. That sort of thing. Hang on 1 second here. There we go. Just so that the window's shut with the rain. But we're here. So we'll come back. We'll buy our... I think we're going to buy that one mower. Take it back. We'll buy our windrower and our... what else do we need? Windrower and silage wrapper. Because I think we're going to go... Let's get up here to our... you know, we could have actually bought pallets of TMR, I think it is. No mineral feed. Okay, you can't. Where is our... What was I looking at? Oh, silage bale wrappers. Right here. And I'm thinking of doing... that one's 20. We might just do this one. This one takes to 150. I want to go to 180, I think. Yeah. Anyways, on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bells to get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And remember, I love you all. And I will see you right back here on Tuesday. So, have a great one, everybody. We'll look at Aaron Rodgers and leave. It does look like Aaron Rodgers. It's supposed to represent me, but anyways, get out of here, and I will catch you guys on Tuesday with a new one. We come back, we will buy our mower that we need, we'll buy our tedder, we'll buy the stuff until the rain stops, because we can't harvest now. We're done until it stops raining, and we're probably done harvesting until tomorrow morning anyways, because of the simple fact that you got to let it dry out. So, all right, guys, get out of here, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.